All right, so let's go ahead and get into it, man. Phone Rebel Gen 6 Ultra for the iPhone 16 Pro Max, which now includes that camera control button. Let's go ahead and check it out. Now, you know from the outside, this case is going to look the exact same. Not much is going to be changed, but with the Gen 6 Ultra, there are two changes indeed. For one, we already know it's going to include that included camera control button, which looks very good. Spoiler alert, if you don't feel like waiting to the end of the video, it's a damn good button and works perfectly fine. Second is going to be the MagSafe strength. They said that they did up the MagSafe strength coming from the regular Gen 6 to the Gen 6 Ultra, so we'll kind of test that out. Although in my early testings, just messing around with it when I got this case in, I couldn't really tell a big difference, but maybe in more scientific situations out there, you might be able to tell a difference. The Gen 6 always had pretty strong magnets, and they seem pretty good with this Gen 6 Ultra. So let's just go ahead and check it out. Now, of course, well, hold on. Who shout out to Phone Rebel, of course, for sending this out to me quickly so I can check it out and build that anticipation to hype up for you guys out there who are waiting on your Gen 6s. I ordered one myself that it should be here later in the week. So I'm assuming you guys will start to see them between now and the end of the week. You will enjoy them. If you are a Gen 6 lover, you will enjoy it when it comes in. So let's go ahead and take a look at the construction of the actual camera control button. So as you can see right here, it's going to be a very, very cleanly engineered, if that's what I can say, a real clean looking button when it comes to this. Now, one thing that I do love to see is they didn't take a lazy route, meaning they basically took the old mode and made it to where you can just slap a button in there. We've seen that done when it comes to these camera control buttons, but with the way it's constructed, with the stock one having these big grooves to this one not having that many grooves at all, but the camera button is still easy to get to, it's good to see this area was basically redesigned. So that's very good to see, and that's basically letting you know that it wasn't anything that was just lazily slapped together on the side of a case. Now, this case, this actual camera control button is removable. Now, don't get shocked because you do have to apply a little pressure to get this bad boy to pop out, but it does pop out indeed. And just looking at the camera control button here, very clean. Looking at it from the outside, you're going to get that material that you allow your swipes. And this one does seem like it does have a colored border that goes around it. Now, you all know that Phone Rebel loves customizing and tinkering and sometimes doing a little bit too much, but doing just enough when it comes to the customization. And don't be shocked if they'll have the little borders around here that has ultra orange, blue, white, green, whatever colors they have when it comes to the buttons. Don't be surprised that you're going to see a different outline when it comes to that camera control. Now, flipping it over on the back, taking a close look at it, it's basically going to be white, and then you can see those fine little, and let me look at it myself, you barely can see the little conductive rods that's actually into it. So when you're looking at it from the inside, it's basically going to appear with a white strip, and on the back of it, it's going to have that clean camera control button. Now, I know when everybody was on the internet was freaking out because according to their product page, you saw those copper rods and immediately started thinking about cases that has those copper rods and how trash those buttons were. This is not that button. I can safely say that this is not that button. We don't know all the construction and inner workings when it comes to these camera controls, so don't jump to conclusions about them. Even myself, I was wrong in jumping to conclusions when I saw those copper rods. You have to have some type of conductive material to transfer the fingerprint. I'm not a scientist. Don't challenge me in the comment section, but that's kind of what you have to have. But they've done it very, very cleanly when we are talking about a camera control button. Now, let's go ahead and slap it back. And well, real quick, just so you can see, this is how it looks basically with the camera control out. If in case you can see that, it basically lets you know that this was very, very cleanly done. So let's go ahead and grab the camera control button and we're going to pop it back in there. Now, this does require a little bit of finesse, okay? We're not going to always be popping these buttons on and off, but you kind of have to work with it a little bit to get this button in here. All right, that shows you that it does not pop out easy. So we're gonna get back to you. Let me pop this button in. We're gonna come right back. Whew, all right, after fighting for a few seconds, man, I finally got that button in there. But just like I said, this button does not tap out. It does not come out easy. You have to purposely push that button for this bad boy to come out. So let's go ahead and slap our phone up here. And all the all of the regular characteristics of the Gen 6 still remains the same when it comes to that very tight fit. Grips on the sides remain the same, but let's go ahead and test out that camera control button. So hitting it right here, and real quick, matter of fact, before I do that, I do want to verify to let you guys know that I don't have any accessibility settings on, as you can see right here. Let me turn the brightness down just a little bit, but I do have it on the default, and let me get a little bit more brighter than that so you can see. It is on the default press right there, as you can see right there. there. It is on the default. There's not lighter or firmer because somebody tried to accuse me of that. Oh, you bigging up a case. You changed the settings. No, it is. The settings is right here. It is the default settings when it comes to the camera control button. But pressing that, as you can see right here, pressing the camera control button, you can see right there, very smooth button. As you can see, this is going to be the exposure. Very smooth. All right. This thing isn't hypersensitive or anything like that. This flows very cleanly. It flows almost as if it's just no case up here and you're using the raw camera controls. So no hangups, no glitches. You can kind of go back and forth for whatever this test matters to you. You can go here and then you can go to the zoom. Zoom, very smooth. I know it's a little dark, but very smooth zoom. And look at the actual display itself. Very nice. Cameras, we can change all the cameras, as you can see right there. Very smooth. I don't have a single issue when it comes to this camera control button. Going on with styles, just to swipe around it. Very, very responsive. Button does not move. There is no wiggling, no movement of the buttons. This button is very firmly snapped in there. Overall, very, very clean button. I really like it, man. Does this case instantly become one of the most complete cases in the lineup? Look, does Technically T need to redo his top 10 cases and give this number one? I don't know, man. This adding a good camera control button really changes the game when it comes to the Phone Rebel Gen 6. Now, testing out these MagSafe magnets, as you already know, I don't have a normal, actually I do. So all the Gen 6s I have extended camera bumps, but I do have one that I was working on that doesn't have the actual camera bump. So we'll test this out. But even with the camera bump, as you can see right here, it will pick this bass up, sort of, all right? So it will pick this bass sort of, but I think this camera lip that's the thing that's kind of in the way. But let's go ahead and grab this one that you don't have to deal with that camera lip. And then let's see how it picks it up. And it's gonna pick it up very good. You know what I mean? So I don't think that the magnet is any weaker. I do think they're about the same. This is the older version. The only reason I slapped this one on because it doesn't have that annoying camera lip in the way that really gets in the way when you want to talk about using this accessory. But these magnets seem, pretty strong enough. I don't really see a huge difference. I mean, we can kind of do a shake, and this is, I mean, as you see, that was kind of heavy shake when it comes to those magnets. So the magnets on the Gen 6 Ultra is going to be fine. Is it going to be a huge improvement over the Gen 6? I'm personally, I don't know. Both seem very strong to me. I don't think you guys had any complaints about the MagSafe strength, but what you want to know was about that camera control button. And when it comes to that button, this thing simply performs just fine. Very smooth, very responsive. If you were looking for this case to complete it with a camera control, they did exactly that when it comes to the Gen 6 Ultra. So I'm going to have some links down below. If you go on Amazon, there's sales everywhere for this case. If you go on Amazon, you're able to get 15% off right now. That will bring that price down to about 42 bucks. And over on the Phone Rebel website, it's going to have 18% off. That's going to bring this case around 43 bucks. So either way you order it on Amazon, either way you order it on Phone Rebel's website, you're able to get it for a little discounted price. And this case, for being under 45 bucks, is absolutely amazing, especially when you're getting that great camera control button. So links down below, man. Go out there and pick you up one. There are affiliate links. So if you buy one down there, man, I greatly appreciate it. It does help your boy out so much. Check it out, man. Phone Rebel Gen 6 Ultra. Right now, I think they just make it in this version. I'm not sure if they have the frosted version coming out yet. I'm pretty sure that might be coming out a little later, but they do have the OG Phone Rebel Gen 6. I know I did basically an overview and an update of this case, but if you want to see the full workings of the Gen 6 and everything that it has to offer, I'll be sure to leave that updated video link right here.